first thing you notice when you wake up every morning and you look at yourself in the mirror? Find out how Mississippi State University is promoting body positivity.
Stay tuned to find out how one group has come up with a sweet way to bring awareness to breast cancer. Isaiah Smith, Take 30 News.
News you can use. Experts at the College of Business at Mississippi State University tell us what they know about store brand versus name brand products.
Going green. I'm Dakota Williamson. Find out how this popular Starkville spot is paving the way for a cleaner environment.
Preparing for the presidential election, I'm Jared Shields. Today we take a look at how a college organization is helping students get ready to vote next year. A weekend of severe weather leaves hundreds of homes damaged, many injured, and one dead in Mississippi.
That's right. The National Weather Service has classified the tornado that tore through Columbus Saturday as an EF3 tornado with winds reaching 130 miles an hour, making it the strongest tornado of 2019. The National Weather Service also confirmed another tornado in Tishomingo County caused damage to 2 homes, 2 bridges, and 22 roads. Volunteers and residents have been working to clean up the damage after Saturday's deadly tornado in Columbus. According to the Mississippi Emergency Management Agency, around 500 homes and 30 businesses suffered damage from the storms. And according to Columbus spokesman John Dillon, a school and 2 community centers were seriously damaged by the tornado. Beyond the structural damage, the tornado also injured 12 people and killed Ashley Glynell Pounds. The Weather Channel says Pounds is the first person to die from a tornado in 2019. You know, a tragedy states away is also breaking hearts here at home, Jared.
On February 15th, police say an employee of Henry Pratt Company in Aurora, Illinois shot and killed 5 other employees because he thought he was going to be fired. Once police arrived on the scene, gunfire was exchanged until the gunman was killed. One of the victims was plant manager Josh Pinkard, who is a graduate of MSU. Take 30's Will Bailey shows us how Pinkard is being remembered.
Josh Pinkard was a loving husband and father of 3. This was evident the day he passed away when he sent one last text message to his wife Tara saying, "I love you, I've been shot at work." In a Facebook post, Tara described the man she fell in love with as amazing, brilliant, and her best friend. These sentiments are seen throughout social media from people sharing their condolences with his family.
I can see why she felt about him the way that she did.
Dr. Stan Bullington was a professor of Josh's while he was a student at MSU.
Yeah, as soon as I saw his name, just hard to believe.
Josh graduated from MSU in 2005 with an industrial engineering degree. Through his time at State, Josh made lasting impressions on both his peers and teachers.
We have good students who are good students because they work hard. And then we've got good students who are really intelligent, and the ones, you know, occasionally the ones that are really intelligent don't particularly work hard. Well, Josh was both. He was very intelligent, and he also was diligent.
As a student, Josh was a member of BSU, multiple honor societies, a drama group, and the student organization Rick's Rowdies. Josh truly embraced the school motto of "We Ring True," and to honor him, his family and friends rang their cowbells as he was laid to rest.
If you would like to help the Josh Pinkard family, you can find their link on their GoFundMe page on our Twitter at Take30NewsMSU.
The U.S. House of Representatives passed a resolution yesterday banning President Trump's national emergency declaration. Sources say the ban would stop President Trump's multi-billion-dollar wall construction without Congress's approval. The United States Senate is expected to vote within 18 days of the passing of the House's resolution. However, President Trump can veto it. As of right now, if the Senate Democrats voted in favor of the resolution, they would need 4 Republican votes to reach 51, which would then be sent to President Trump's desk. The Trump administration has stated that any attempt to block this emergency will be vetoed. With the 2020 presidential election approaching, Democratic candidates are announcing their campaigns, Jared.
And while all Democrats want someone to defeat Donald Trump, some of the candidates are more moderate, while some of the others are more to the left. In what some would call a divided party, how are local Democrats energizing their base and would-be college voters? I asked the president of the College Democrats.
I'm running for president.
I am a candidate for President of the United States of America.
And a candidate for President of the United States.
Now, there are 10 major Democratic candidates. Just as they begin campaigning, Mississippi State College Democrats prepare for the upcoming elections.
I think any Democratic candidate, or really any candidate, should focus on students and really focus on engaging them, turning them out, making sure that they know that their voice matters in their state and their country and in their democracy. So I think it's great for Democrats. It's great for anybody to get students involved in politics.
Even though Bernie Sanders has proven popular with students, College Democrats does not endorse a specific candidate until after the Democratic primary. During election years, College Democrats works with the Oktibbeha County and Golden Triangle Democrats to support Democratic candidates and help campaign. But that's not all.
I think a lot of people don't, especially college students, don't think about politics.
Now, one of the group's focuses is to help get students out of dorms and more involved with elections and politics. To motivate students, volunteers hold a voter registration drive on the Mississippi State campus yearly. For the last 3 years, College Democrats have also participated in Mississippi State's state debates, along with the College Republicans and Young Americans for Liberty organizations.
Think about what's most important to you and look to see who's advocating for that. If it's the Democrats, then absolutely, please come to our meetings. We'd love to have you. But if it's the Republicans, go to their meetings too. Find out who stands on your side of issues, who believes in what you think is important, and work towards that, because that's how things happen in a democracy. That's how things happen in this country.
On the Republican side, President Trump made preparations for his 2020 re-election campaign when he filed preliminary paperwork in January 2017. When we come back, we take a look at a Starkville restaurant that is working to help the environment.
A baby's arrival can be one of the most exciting times in a family's life. It can also be one of the most anxious, especially if the child's development is hindered by medical challenges that create more questions than answers. At Mississippi State University, we're groundbreakers in the study of CHARGE syndrome, a genetic condition that leads to a host of life-threatening birth defects. Our research teams are uncovering breakthroughs in treatment and prevention with a goal of greater understanding that leads to better care. We're also providing crucial support resources for parents and helping physicians around the globe gain awareness so symptoms can be detected and addressed earlier. By engaging in this innovative analysis and therapy, we're not only improving outcomes, we're unlocking brighter futures.
Welcome back. Next time you visit your favorite bar or restaurant, you may notice some changes. Take 30's Dakota Williamson shows us how one local restaurant is going green and hoping others will follow.
8 million tons. This is how much plastic gets dumped into the ocean every year. Restaurants all around the world use plastic products, which about 10% ends up in the ocean. Rick's Cafe is hoping to put an end to its wide use of plastic materials. Owner Rick Welch came up with the idea to switch from plastic cups, straws, and to-go boxes to more biodegradable options.
I don't know exactly what video or what got to him, but he was tired of putting plastic in the ocean. He knows that probably most of his plastic ends up in a landfill, which is bad enough, but some of it might end up down there. And Rick didn't want any of his straws coming out of a turtle's nose, so we wanted to fix it.
Rick's Cafe is now in the process of introducing its new products. The new products are made from a biodegradable material that breaks down over time, reducing long-term pollution.
Some of the new eco-friendly products here at Rick's Cafe include the new standard drinking cup, which is designed to be broken down when left out in the sun. The new water cup features a nostalgic 90s design to it and is designed out of a wax paper material. Next, you have the to-go box, which instead of styrofoam, it's made out of sugarcane, making it a lot more sturdy and a lot more biodegradable than styrofoam. And finally, the new straws are made out of hay, making them a lot more biodegradable and a huge hit in the already country-themed bar.
However, the switch to more sustainable products hasn't been cheap for Rick's, but being the first to implement these things could set an example for businesses in Starkville.
I think that even though it seems small relative to the global issue that is plastic debris, or microplastics or nanoplastics, whatever the issue is, small changes really can grow into big things.
Reporting for Take 30 News, I'm Dakota Williamson.
Now let's take a look at our Campus Connect forecast. It's been a fairly dry week so far, but that might be about to change. The high for today is in the 70s and the low should be around 55 degrees. There's a low chance of showers today, and for tomorrow a 40% chance of rain and partly cloudy skies. Temperatures drop into the 40s for the beginning of next week, and through the weekend and for the beginning of next week there are more chances of rain. Currently it is 72 degrees outside with a 53% humidity. Remember, you can stay updated on the most recent weather forecast by visiting weather.msstate.edu. Before the severe weather and tornadoes Saturday, several days of rain caused flooding for much of northern Mississippi. The flood waters have damaged homes, shut down roads, and created shallow lakes where once open fields were. According to media sources, a local state of emergency was declared in Grenada, Mississippi, as the waters flooded dozens of streets and homes, and floodwaters also caused a 6-mile portion of the Natchez Trace Parkway to be closed. According to media sources, storms dropped as much as 1.5 feet of rain for some areas. According to AccuWeather, rivers are expected to keep rising despite the break in rainy weather, and flooding could worsen in areas near large rivers because of runoff from the heavy rain.
One group says 45% of kids in 3rd through 6th grade want to be thinner, and 9% of 9-year-olds have vomited to lose weight. These thoughts often carry into adulthood and can lead to serious eating disorders. That's why MSU is celebrating body positivity this week. Take 30's Chris Carr shows us what to do if you or someone you love is struggling.
When you come to college, you have a lot of pressure to please others and you want to fit in, but after a while you just learn it's all about being yourself and being comfortable with yourself. Freshman year, I put on a lot of weight. I was struggling with school a little bit. My grades were fine. It was just the social aspect of it. And I felt like I was slightly depressed a little bit because things weren't going my way. I wanted to come to college and I wanted to just party all the time, but I couldn't do that and still have a good GPA. So around late sophomore year, I started to change. I started to care more about my appearance. I wanted myself to be better. So I think finally I've gotten a balance to it, and this is the happiest I've been since I've been in college.
Many people use their social media and the people that they surround themselves with to help them form an idea of what they think their body should look like, especially if you're spending more than 11 hours a day on this thing.
I would say it was me being surrounded by people. I was in a negative relationship. She had a negative outlook on things, and it really started to affect me and how I viewed myself. So now that I'm looking at it, once I got out of that relationship, that's when I started to pick up healthier habits.
Social media and its effects on boys say, today boys as young as 6 to 8 are already developing issues with their body image because of things that they have seen through social media, television, and even from offline experiences.
I would say focus on doing something that makes you happy. Fad diets may be nice, but they're not for everyone. Find something you like to eat. Find a healthy routine to go to the gym. And it's not even going to the gym. You can walk every morning. You could take time out of your day, take the stairs instead of taking the elevator. It's the little things that start to matter, and you'll see the difference in eventually you'll just have a positive outlook on yourself. Just do things that make you happy pretty much. And another thing, like just waking up in the morning and looking at yourself and giving yourself a compliment, it will help improve your day rather than looking for somebody else to give you that validation.
For more information on how you can promote a healthy lifestyle, or if you're seeking counseling, you can visit the Health and Promotion website at health.msstate.edu or call at 662-325-7545 for more information.
Don't go away. We'll be right back with Take 30 Sports, and later find out what one group is doing to raise awareness for breast cancer.
Flight. It's driven mankind's dreams for centuries. The ability to soar above the earth, to travel to faraway places, to connect distant points. Manned flights to the moon and space were once the stars for which we reached. Now, unmanned aircraft are the future. At Mississippi State University, our teams are developing unmatched unmanned aircraft systems for an array of critical applications. We're so good at it, the Federal Aviation Administration named MSU a Center of Excellence in the field, asking us to lead the team that's creating the operating regulations for unmanned aircraft systems worldwide. So essentially, we're writing the flight plan for an industry that is the future. Our work means better information, more opportunity, and limitless horizons for you. The sky really is the only limit.
I'm Troy Moling, your host of Farm Week. Join Leighton Spann and me on MSTV every morning. We'll have your latest agricultural news and bring you interviews with experts at the forefront of the ever-changing farming industry. Plus, see what's on the menu in our weekly Food Factor segment and make your plants pop with Southern Gardening. Join us for Farm Week, where fresh stories grow.
Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Brevin Luckett with Take 30 Sports. MSU Hoops regular season is winding down as both teams are preparing for the SEC tournament that starts in March. Wearing their Adidas Harlem Renaissance collection jerseys, the men's basketball team's winning streak extends to 4 games as they defended the hump from the South Carolina Gamecocks in a 76-61 victory Saturday evening. Freshman Reggie Perry led the Bulldogs in scoring, tying his career high of 21 points. Quindary Weatherspoon also had 17 points. The Lady Bulldogs returned home from their 3-game road trip to face the Vanderbilt Commodores on Sunday. The number 6 ranked Bulldogs overwhelmed the visitors with their offense, with senior Tierra McCowan scoring 23 points. Andriel Howard and Andra Espinoza Hunter both added 20 points in order for the Bulldogs to get the 86-70 victory. The women's basketball team has 2 games remaining in their regular season, ahead of postseason play. The Rebels of Ole Miss are facing a lot of scrutiny after 8 players knelt during the national anthem. Saturday in a home game against the Georgia Bulldogs, the players knelt in response to a Confederacy rally going on their campus. The Rebels got the 72-71 victory. However, they have received much backlash on social media from some fans on social media. Several student groups held counter-protests Thursday and Friday on the campus. The Confederacy March was led by pro-Confederate groups. Confederate 901 and the Highwaymen also drew counter-protesters. The march began at the Confederate Monument on the city square and ended at another Confederate monument in the heart of the Ole Miss campus. Ole Miss head coach Kermit Davis said he wasn't aware beforehand that the players were going to kneel. This is what he had to say. "This is all about the hate groups that came to our community to try and spread racism and bigotry," Davis said. "It's created a lot of tension on our campus. Our players made an emotional decision to show these people they're not welcome on our campus, and we respect our players' freedom and ability to choose that. Alumni and fans of the school up north have threatened to stop supporting the university with donations and support on social media. The MSU baseball team has been knocking opponents out of the park since the season started. Despite suffering only one loss in their first 7 games, the Bulldogs suffered a loss Friday in their 3-game series against the University of Southern Mississippi. The Bulldogs lost to the Golden Eagles in their 10th inning, 0-1. Mississippi State redeemed themselves by beating USM Saturday, 8-1. The Bulldogs closed out the weekend 2-1 in the series after their final matchup with USM on Sunday. The game was tight after 6 innings when the Golden Eagles tied up the game 3-3. The score remained that way for 3 more innings until sophomore Tanner Allen sent the Duddy Noble fans home with a walk-off RBI that was scored by his classmate Jordan Westberg from first on Sunday. MSU softball easily defeats the Braves of Alcorn State in a 6-0 victory Monday. The Bulldogs have a game this evening against the Memphis Tigers at 6:00 p.m. Stick around. We'll be right back with more Take 30 Sports after this. Take 30 News after the break.
We all depend on accurate weather forecasts to plan our day. That's why Mississippi State University is teaching students to forecast the future using real-world news sets as classrooms, putting scientific discoveries in meteorology to the test, while honing on-air reporting skills real-time with local TV stations. And we do it so well that at any given moment across the country, 1 in 3 weather forecasts are being delivered by MSU-trained meteorologists who are helping people make crucial decisions that impact their safety, working to ensure business continuity, and in many cases, saving lives. Predicting the future? That's what we're preparing for every single day so that you can prepare for your day.
I'm Troy Moling, your host of Farm Week. Join Leighton Spann and me on MSTV every morning. We'll have your latest agricultural news and bring you interviews with experts at the forefront of the ever-changing farming industry. Plus, see what's on the menu in our weekly Food Factor segment and make your plants pop with Southern Gardening. Join us for Farm Week, where fresh stories grow.
Breast cancer is the most commonly diagnosed cancer in women and the second leading cause of cancer death among women. Take 30's Isaiah Smith shows us what one sorority is doing to try and save lives.
The Zeta Tau Alpha sorority has came up with a sweet way to educate others about breast cancer awareness.
Okay, so this is our late night event for the spring semester. It's called Brownies for Breast Cancer. We sell tickets for $5, and with that you get a brownie with whatever toppings you want, and a soda or a pint of MSU milk. And the goal of this event is just to spread awareness for breast cancer.
But for this age, we're just wanting to find out history from them most of the time and see what their risks are, and then just to teach them to be more aware. The biggest thing we're trying to do around here is to prevent breast cancer.
We do at least once a semester. We're trying to get some more stuff with Think Pink with the football, baseball, basketball games, but we have an event at the house at least once a semester.
All the money that we made off of this goes directly towards breast cancer education and awareness, and our partners with Bright Pink, the NFL, Making Strides, which is the runs that they do for cancer survivors. So it really goes to a wonderful cause. It really helps us feel great about doing something big. We help. It's women helping women, and I think that's wonderful.
Depending on when it's found, your age, how far along it is, that sort of thing. Breast cancer is always going to be traumatic.
We do actually have pink ribbons that we'd love to pass out on campus that we'll just have on our book bags, or we wear them, or like a lot of people who aren't even in our sorority, who are in different ones, or people who aren't even Greek, they'll wear the ribbon to show their support for us too.
It impacts you from the moment they say you have breast cancer, practically for the rest of your life.
The group is planning future events to raise awareness.
Finally tonight, what's in your shopping cart could impact what's in your wallet, or how much money is in your wallet. Two experts in consumer research at Mississippi State College of Business shed some light on that old debate. Store brand versus name brand. Take 30's Allison Humphrey has that story.
This jar of Peter Pan peanut butter is $1.82 and is 16.3 ounces. This jar of Great Value peanut butter is $1.18 and is 18 ounces. What's the difference in these two products at Walmart? Dr. Mike Brazil gives us a shocking explanation.
And there was a really interesting thing that happened when I was a doctoral student. There was a recall of some Peter Pan peanut butter, which is one of the more expensive peanut butters, and they even gave the lot number that had a problem with it. And the same day they had a recall of Great Value brand peanut butter, and it was the same lot number. So that confirmed for anybody that was wondering, it not only is made by the same people, it's made in the same vat.
So does this mean that other private label brands are the same as big brands?
The economy is there. Typically, a lot of the private label brands are made by the same manufacturers who make the big brands that you pay a lot more for. It's just that they don't have to promote them, don't have to advertise them, so they're a lot cheaper for you as a consumer to purchase. Typically, you get just as much of them, and the quality is the same. So you really are getting the same thing, so there's definitely value there for those brands.
Private label brands are becoming just as popular as big brands.
What we're seeing more now than ever before really is some of these private label brands really kind of taking on the cachet of a bigger brand.
Dr. Stephen France believes that private label brands have become more than just a low-cost product.
But what I think we found over the last 10 to 15 years is that private
That's all we
labels
have for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Jared Shields.
And I'm Anna Elizabeth Vise. We hope you have a wonderful night.